Hello everyone, it's me, Luigi Roxel 7. Sorry I didn't get a video out for you guys last week. I ran out of time and I'm just kind of busy right now, and also I was kind of under the weather late last week before going back to work this past weekend, and just a lot of things going on. I also have some family that's in town, so I just ran out of time. And I thought, you know what? It's July 4. Happy July 4 to all my American subs out there and all my friends. I hope you guys have a safe holiday. And even if you don't celebrate July 4, just wanted to say happy July 4, and just to everybody else in the world, happy Friday, happy weekend. Hope everybody's doing good. So I thought, you know what? I owe you guys a video, and I have a little fun one for you guys. Instead of doing usual like gameplay or reaction to something, I want to talk about something that lots of people have been discussing probably the last several years. It's not just a new thing recently or anything. I've got my Switch and my excuse me, Switch and my 2DS right here, and I've got some games. I've got some my GameCube games, some N64 games back there, a bunch of Switch games, Wii games, Wii U games. It's not all my games here, but I got a good chunk of them, and so I want to go through the whole physical versus digital like discussion with you guys, and my thoughts on both types of media, and just really how I feel. You know, like of course you guys are going to be like, "Oh, Luigi, you're a physical collector." That's right, I am. But I do see some pros and cons to both of them. Mostly physical, but we'll get into that. So first off, I will say that really media, like digital media, has been around for quite a while now, like several years. I'd say 10, maybe 15 years. I don't know the exact like time. But as you guys can see here, back from my 3DS digital collection months ago or even a year ago, I do have some games on my 2DS. Not a bunch. Well, I take that back. I've got actually a decent amount of digital, mostly classic games. But I do have a couple. You guys can see, like, what is it? Mario Maker 3DS, Star Fox 64 3D, New Super Mario Brothers 2, and Mario Kart 7, which came bundled with this, like, digitally. Mario Kart 7 digitally came with my 2DS years ago. But anyway, um, you have all kinds of streaming services for movies. You have, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. I'm not going to list all of them. Those are the big ones. My dad has Hulu, and I use his account to watch certain TV and certain shows that I love. For example, the King of the Hill revival, that's one of my favorite shows. That's coming to Hulu in like 3 weeks or about a month from now. And I'm going to watch it because I love that show. But anyway, the only subscription I really have is Nintendo's subscription. That's the only one I've really got. And again, like you guys can see, man, I'm not gonna go through all my games, but I've got a handful here. Got a good chunk of Wii games, my GameCube games, Wii U games, and I have some 3DS games. I just didn't get them out. Um, but yeah, I just thought I'd go through and give you guys my thoughts on the whole topic. And so first off, I think physical media is really important for a couple reasons. Not just because, one, you can, hold it in your hand and see if I can open it up, have the physical cartridge, or in the case of the GameCube or the Wii or the Wii U, the discs, like you have the physical thing you can put in, which is just super satisfying to do. But also for a way to like preserve certain media, or not even certain, all types of media, I feel like should be preserved in some form. I mean, for example, now some of these games, my Switch, some of these games, like, well, Hulu's not a game. This like Fall, I don't know what this Fall Guys thing was, I forgot. But my actual games are the Fire Emblem 30th Anniversary, Bug Fables, Sonic Mania, Deltarune, Ukulele, And I tried Fortnite once, and I was like, screw this. And I guess YouTube, but that's not a game. And then like Smash Ultimate's DLC, like the actual game. Actually, I got Smash in here somewhere. Anyway, I got Ultimate. But anyway, most of my Switch collection, as you guys can see, is physical. I mean, I got what, 15, 16 games or something like, I don't know, maybe 18. I have between 15 and 20 Switch games. I've got more Wii U games. I'm just not sure where they're at. I've got like 7 or 8 right here. Handful of Wii games, GameCube games, some N64 games, back here. And I personally really like getting a physical game. It just feels good. It's just nice to have. So when these servers shut down years later, I will still have had access to all of these games. And like I said, I have some Game Boy Advance games, a couple of N64 games. Like I have some other stuff that I don't have right here. But anyway, it's just nice to have a physical collection of games. So when servers go down or whatever, I've got them. And I don't have to have... One thing I have to give Nintendo credit for, all the controversy with the Switch 2 and its pricing and the games, more specifically Mario Kart World. I'm not going to fall into that now. But it's like, there's one thing I have to give Nintendo credit for. They're the only company, don't get me wrong, Sony and Microsoft still have I'm sure there's physical PS5 games and Xbox Series X, whatever the current Xbox is called. They still have physical games, but those two, more specifically Microsoft, are trying to turn I don't want to say all digital, but it's just that's not good. I get that's the society we live in. That's how we consume our media. I mean, like I said, I told you guys earlier in the video, I use my dad's Hulu account to watch shows on Hulu. Not all the time, but maybe a few days a week. I get home from work in the morning, I might watch an episode of a TV show before I go to sleep. Stuff like that. Or when I'm off during the week, I watch stuff or I play games, and I just personally really prefer physical media. But there are some... Oh, actually, I didn't mention the last thing is back in the day, you can still do that now. You can trade games with a friend, or you each can borrow a game if your friend has a game that you don't have, and you have a game one of your friends doesn't have. Same deal. Hey, my friend wants to borrow my copy of Luigi's Mansion 3, and he gives it back to me in a couple weeks or a month. Cool. That'd be awesome. I would totally do that. So he doesn't have to buy the game, stuff like that. And I know the original Switch, and I'm not sure if the Switch 2 can do this. You can share games the game card, the virtual game cards that's what this is. But it's just nice to have a physical copy of a game to preserve the game and the type of media, to own, you own the game. Nintendo cannot come to my house, knock on my door and say, Dan, Luigi, you can't keep this copy of Luigi U. We have to take it back. It's ours. Nintendo, they can't do that. I spent my money. I already have these games. They can't take them away from me. They are mine. I can do whatever I want with these. I can sell them, keep them, let friends borrow them, stuff like that. Anyway, so now to the digital side. I prefer physical, but digital is also, it's not all bad. I do like it for certain reasons. For example, back to my 2DS, 3DS collection, you guys can see I've got a number of games here. Now, some of these are NES games. I've got Shantae, The Pirate's Curse, Pokemon Yellow. I do have the full retail games New Super Mario Bros. 2, Mario Kart 7, Star Fox 64 3D. I got that game for free. And then Mario Maker 3DS. And then, the Pokemon games, for example, I've got Crystal, Gold, and Silver. The Pokemon games are super expensive. And I actually have my physical copy of Crystal in my drawer over there. I just didn't get it out for this video. Pokemon games are crazy expensive, and I don't really play Pokemon like I used to. I like the earlier games, more specifically Gen 2. And, you know, there's some other games like Sonic 2 down here, or Kid Icarus up here. Like, some of these games I don't have access to. Or like the 3D, what was it? Yeah, the 3D classics, there we go. That was on the 3DS. And here's another one. Here's another one I will get to. Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, excuse me, was a 3DS download only. Like digital game. There was no physical release of that game. Or just like for my New Year's Eve video back at the end of the year into, you know, like coming into this year, Dr. Luigi is also, that was only a digital game. So there are certain games that are only digital and never get physical releases. That's the exception I make. And also some of these games I didn't play when I was younger, like the Sonic 2, I didn't play that when I was younger. Some like eShop exclusive, not Tomodachi Life. Rusty's Real Duel Baseball. That's kind of a fun little game that's, again, not available. Some of these were digital, like those 3D game collection. There's like chess and other things in this little collection. I don't know. I do like having access to these games, like Mario 3, you know, Pokemon Yellow, NES Remix, Ultimate NES Remix, stuff like that. And then for the Switch, same example. Yooka-Laylee, oh, I didn't want to do that. Yooka-Laylee on the Switch only got a physical version. Excuse me. The original Yooka-Laylee got a physical release on the PS4 and Xbox One, and the Switch, I believe some friends did correct me on this. The Switch 1 version of Yooka-Laylee did get a release, but it was a limited run, and I didn't get a copy of that. So, and then again, the Fire Emblem 30th anniversary game, or maybe it was 35th, I forgot. Again, that is a digital download. And you can't even buy that now. Now, there is a physical version that came out, but it was like the game was still digital. There was a bunch of like collector's edition stuff for that game. Bug Fables, I think that got a physical release. I'm not positive on that. But anyway, and again, digital games are nice. They're convenient. You have them right on your system. You like my 2DS, or all my like virtual console games and my Wii U, stuff like that. I didn't bring my Wii U in here because I actually lose connection because, yeah, the Wii U is not portable anyway. So yeah, that's the whole thing with physical and digital. I'm gonna set my camera down. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, like I said, I love physical media. Whether it's, I was actually going to show off my Simpsons collection. I love the Simpsons, but this more so like video games in particular. And let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have a good collection of physical games? Do you guys have digital games? Do you only like physical games? Do you only like digital games? Everybody is different out here. As you guys can see, I love my physical games. But I have a nice chunk of digital games on my 3DS, on my 2DS, and even my Switch. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, sub, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. Have a happy and safe July 4. You guys and everybody else in the world, have a safe weekend. Take care. If it's hot where you live, stay cool. It's definitely hot here in the U.S., so I'm going to stay cool this weekend, especially when I'm at work. So y'all take care. Thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video. Comment down below what you think about physical or digital games. And I'll be happy to hear from you guys. So until then, you all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Luigi Roxel 7, out.